as he did in the first quarter.
Birchall just throws it on the boot. Dockers had the numbers back here, and threading his way through is Ibbotson. Socket off the ground by Lewis. So here's an opportunity for Franklin. He's in perfect position here, Franklin. Hale kicks. Franklin will run onto it. Might go all the way. Franklin, no, couldn't get there.
Just threw the ball on the boot.
Brad Sewell doesn't kick many goals. He's only got 20 in his 138-game career.
Did you send a signed copy of your book, Matty, to Brad Sewell?
I haven't, but he did play a part in it, so I should have.
Sewell, across the face. Here's Barlow. Kick smothered. Rioli. Beautiful pick-up in the conditions. Back to another man with great skills in Burgoyne. Throws it on the left boot. Into the goal square. Hale just couldn't quite take the mark. A rush behind.
And Sewell just happened to be running in my direction.
Sewell on cue. Kicks towards half forward. Now, run by Everton. Little toe poke forward. Gee, the conditions are tough. Well, great pick-up from Smith. Ball was touched. Osborne, Franklin, pick a goal here. Oh, no. He took it a little casually.
Takes the mark.
Off to Lower. Oh, an ordinary kick straight to Hale from 30 metres. He kicks a goal. Shocking mistake. And a poor kick from Lower. Oh, stubbed his toe.
From Shields, it's 92% in the forward half for Hawthorn once again this quarter, just 8% for the Fremantle Dockers.
Hale got caught high and gets a free kick, and he can go back and kick his third goal for the evening, which is a great haul in these conditions for a big man.
Bitterly disappointed if you're a Fremantle defender tonight and a forward, because the midfielders let them down. 41 inside 50s to 4-2.
It's no good saying, well, I've tackled, don't blame me. You've got to be effective with the tackle.
Free kicks 19-12 in Fremantle's favour. Hale for his third. Deep inside Hawthorn's 50. Clearing kick was by Pavlich. Back of the pack waiting is Gibson. Good effort by Johnson to force the contest. Now Fife. Scrubby old kick back into the middle. Picked up by Puopolo. Good handball to Cheney. Cheney goes the long option. Mitchell has it knocked away. Osborne's there. Mitchell overran it. Picked up by Lewis. Found some space. Fired out the handball. Here's Bruce. And he kicks a point.
Playing for a man, with a man down at the moment, the Dockers. Oh, another poor kick in from Everton. And the mark's taken by Brust, the right ankle.
Real nothing kick in this one, just off the back foot, and had no depth in the kick.
Boundary throw in Silvani. Lewis, Franklin knocks it back into the path of Suckling, deep in the pocket. Not that time.
West Coast really struggled in the second half against the Bulldogs. You know, it might even get worse.
They've got St Kilda next Friday night. There's a little soccer off the ground by Bruce, earns him a point.
Leg, says the umpire. So Smith kicks quickly towards Franklin. Going back also, Silvani does well again. Geez, been good, Silvani. Ibbotson, Grover, Mzungu. Back to Ibbotson, Mzungu. Oh, he coughs it up. Sewell, loose player. Top of the goal square, Franklin. Now a chance for Bruce. Franklin, been goalless so far tonight. And again, he's offline.
Biggest margin in the game so far. Ellis runs onto the ball. Can't quite get boot to ball. Got one high. And Ellis will go back and have a shot from goal from only 25 metres out. There's no doubt about that.
That's really crude.
Yeah,
and
in fact, it was more than.
And I reckon it's
crude.
deliberate, and I reckon he'll have a case to answer. Dylan Robertson. That is unnecessary.
Ellis kicks the goal.
We spoke earlier of Mzungu and his effort giving away a sloppy free kick. Well, that was even worse from Robertson. And what on Xavier Ellis putting his head over the football. He hit back last week, lost his position in the team a number of weeks ago.
Bailey, oh, slipped over. Hope he hasn't done an injury there. Gets up a bit gingerly, Max Bailey limping, and every time he gets up limping, you have your heart in your mouth, given the fact he's had 3 knee recos.
Since that first quarter, had 5 disposals and 2 goals in the first quarter. Only 6 disposals in the last 3 quarters, and it's always hard. Second week back after a long hamstring injury, and he looked sharp early, but struggled to get into the game since.
Ladson Little gives okay to Franklin. Wobbly old kick. Inside attacking 50. Hill going back, went to ground. Now Osborne, Sockers goalward, bouncing just the wrong side of the post. Offline for Michael Osborne.
Home team, that's not a great kick. Here's Rioli. Will take on Grover here, and he takes on the Ballantyne tackle. Cyril Rioli screws it round the body. Main does the spoiling against Franklin. Wonderful pick-up by Osborne. Then tried to be a little bit too fancy. Oh, he went in hard on Hill. No free kick. Picked up by Suckling. And Suckling finishes it off for the Hawks.
Broughton, just the turnovers from Freo, just 2 unforgivable ones. And Hawthorn's pressure has been good, but just not believing themselves and picking the right options. And they've continually just turned over the balls that they shouldn't have.
Barlow feeds to Anthony. From half-back, uses it beautifully with the chest of Fife. Oh, he wanted to give it Mzungu, who wasn't even looking. Puopolo invents a kick wide to Cheney. Birchall providing some run from half-back. Unloads from 55. Vacant goal square. Wonderful goal from Grant Birchall. Margin back out to 52. Osborne just pushing Robertson into the post.
Yeah, he felt that when the ball was going through that Robertson pushed him into the post initially, and he wasn't happy. He's an angry ant, Osborne.
After that goal, Osborne didn't like the treatment from Robertson. He got slammed into the post, and Osborne, fair enough, didn't like it. So he took him to task, and the umpire had to cut kicks towards Anthony. Couldn't take the mark, but butted up nicely. Big Jack runs to 55, kicks for goal. It's going to fall short. And cutting it off is Gibson.
Can't take a trick, our Jack.
I'd like to see him be given an opportunity across half-back, though, because he's a player that will add plenty to this Fremantle side. But a wonderful win by the Hawks, in the end by 51 points in front of a crowd of over 30,000 people.
We're the mighty Hawks. We love our club and we play to win. Riding the punch with a grin that Hawthorn. Come what may, fight us riding. Teamwork is the thing that talks. One for all and all for one. May we play at home. We are the mighty Hawks.
So the Hawks back to 3rd spot on the ladder, hopping over the top of the Blues once again. Let's go down to one of the stars of the show tonight. Sam Mitchell. He had 24 disposals, 12 contested possessions and a couple of great snap goals. He's with Tim Gossage.
Yeah, good on your Quarters. Pretty decisive, wasn't it? You came across here, obviously the finals of last year, disappointing. The boys had plenty of motivation.
Yeah, we certainly did want to get off to a good start. We know the crowd over here in Fremantle, they love their Dockers, so wanted to get off to a good start. We were fortunate to hit the scoreboard early and kept the game going.
What about that rain in the second quarter? How did you go with that?
Pretty happy to be able to change all my gear at half-time. Most of the boys did too, but certainly something different for us. We haven't seen rain like that for a while.
Fantastic achievement without the skipper, Luke Hodge, being withdrawn, and Buddy, first time in 33 consecutive games he hasn't kicked a goal. You got the job done by a long way.
Yeah, still, he thought he still played a pretty good game. You know, a lot of contest, a lot of tackling, particularly in that first half when the game was really there to be won. You know, it ended up being a pretty good performance by just across the board.
30 seconds to go. It looked like he'd done something with the ankle. It looked pretty nasty in the replay. How is it?
Just a little tweak, I'll be fine.
Well done, well played.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
So all is well with Sam Mitchell. Another outstanding game. Can't win the Brownlow medal this year, despite the fact he's dominated all season, averaging 32 disposals and 6 clearances a game before tonight.
It was an absolute demolition by the Hawks tonight. 30 scoring shots to 14, 61 inside 50s to 34. The senior bodies of Sewell, Mitchell, Lewis, too good tonight. And Freo tried hard late, but 6 goals to 0 in the first quarter set the scene. Too good, the Hawthorn Footy Club tonight.